My name is Yoshiyuki Todaka. I'm a business manager, Hachioji Semiconductor Test Division, Agilent, Japan. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to present our new product, B1506A. This is the outline of my presentations. First, I brief the observation about high-power device market and our existing solutions. Then I will introduce our new solutions for power device user, mainly for the circuit design, incoming inspection, and quality assurance. Lastly, I will summarize our product family for high-power device test market. Energy saving is continuous desire worldwide. One of the key contributors for energy saving is to produce low power loss and high efficient power electric product. To produce low power loss and high efficient power product, developing and using low power loss device with high switching frequency operation is essential. This is the market size of power device from year 2006 to 2020, reported by your research company. We can see 6 to 10% annual growth of power diode, MOSFET, and IGBT. Now, silicon is the major material for those power devices, but adoption of new material, such as silicon carbide, gallium nitride, is accelerated. Power device is used in many applications or circuit. This slide shows typical application or product and typical power devices to be used for those products. Needless to say, the product performance heavily depends on the performance of power devices. It is also said the major cause of product failure is the failure of the power devices. The product failure may enforce product manufacturer to recall the product, which costs a lot. More seriously, the failure of automotive, train, and airplane is the matter of the human safety, and it may give the fatal damage to product manufacturer. To help power device manufacturers develop high performance and high reliable devices, we introduced B1505A year 2008. It can make the measurement up to 3K volt and 20 amps, and it can measure CV up to 3K volt bias, and it has a fill-in-the-blank usability by dedicated software called Easy Expert. We have been enhancing it, and now B1505A can measure up to 10K volt and 1500 amps. It can measure low IV and capacitance, even chips on wafer. It has special fixture to enable gallium nitride collapse measurement. So B1505A has flexible and scalable concept of measurement channels. So you can start from small configuration, like a 2 or 3 measurement channel at a lower price, and expand the configurations according to your growing test need. So B1505A is now used many power device makers, such as Infineon, NXP, International Rectifier, Toshiba, and Mitsubishi. But from power device users, we have been hearing some new requirements which B1505A cannot meet. So this is the motivation for us to develop the new product, B1506A. So to satisfy the requirements from power device user, we developed B1506A. I'll show you in detail from next slides, but briefly speaking, it has all key functions and features necessary for power device users. Newly developed software provide easy-to-use and automated test environments. You can measure up to 3K volt and 1500 amps, and you can measure gate charge, gate resistance, and the 3 terminal capacitances, which are necessary for power loss evaluation. B1506A has thermal test capabilities from minus 50 to plus 250 degrees C. Let me show you value of B1506A one by one from next. From here, I pick up 4 strong test requirements we have been hearing from high-power device users and introduce our solution by B1506A. First requirements from power circuit designers who are working for mission-critical applications such as high-speed train, car, and wind power generator, working for under the very tough condition. He needs to evaluate power device under various test conditions. He has to measure wide range of IV with controlling wide range of temperature. There is no suitable power device test equipment which has enough current and voltage and the CV range with systematically combining temperature control equipment. Some customers are using homemade system, but it usually cannot provide accurate and reliable and high-speed solution. B1506A can measure all key parameters shown here. B1506A can measure IV such as threshold voltage, on resistance, and IV characteristics up to 3K volt and 15 amps, and B1506A can measure very low leakage current down to nanoamps. And B1506A can measure gate charge, gate resistance, 3 terminal capacitances like input capacitance, output capacitance, reverse capacitance. B1506A can measure all those parameters with controlling the temperature, range from the minus 50 to 200 degrees C. We have been working with temperature control equipment companies, and now we are supporting these 2 temperature control equipment made by Intest. One is a thermostream, and other is a thermal plate. So to use with thermostream, we newly developed thermal test enclosure. It is directly connected with B1506A test fixture and this airflow outlet of the thermostream. Since power device to be measured is inside the thermal test enclosure, you can shorten test cable. Therefore, you can avoid oscillation, which tend to happen in high current measurement. Thermal test enclosure is carefully designed to avoid condensation at low temperature measurement. Thermostream can control the temperature from minus 50 to plus 220 degrees C. Thermal plate can control the temperature from room temperature to plus 250 degrees C. Thermal plate is used inside the test fixture of B1506A. So, and also the safety is well considered for these two products. During the measurement, you cannot touch the device and airflow from thermostream. So when using thermal plate, you have to close the lid of the test fixture during the measurement. So the safety is well considered for this product. Next requirements from circuit designer is to evaluate power loss easily and accurately. Power loss is sum of these three loss: conduction loss, switching loss, and driving loss, and calculated by those formula. Conduction loss depends on R-on, on resistance, and it does not depend on switching frequency. Conduction loss, therefore, is the dominant factor at low frequency areas. On the other hand, switching loss and the driving loss heavily depends on the switching frequency. Operation at higher switching frequency is essential to design high efficient and small footprint circuit. To evaluate switching loss and the production loss, gate charge measurement is essential, especially for adopting higher switching frequency materials like silicon carbide and gallium nitride. Currently, customer is measuring gate charge in two ways. One is using dedicated gate charge tester, and the other is homemade solutions. For homemade solution, you need to make special gate charge test circuit like this. This is very complex and difficult to get accurate and reliable data. We newly developed gate charge adapter to measure the gate charge. Using this gate charge adapter with B1506A, you can easily measure gate charge. This is gate charge adapter, and it is attached to the test fixture of B1506A like this. You connect, when you measure the MOSFET, you just insert a MOSFET to the gate charge adapter like this, and also you can measure the IGBT module like this. Built-in QG test function in B1506A software can measure and display gate charge curve shown this. And other measures data, B1506A can calculate conduction loss, switching loss, and driving loss, and display power loss characteristics shown here. So in summary, B1506A can make gate charge measurement and power loss evaluation easily and reliably at high speed. Next is the requirements from incoming inspection and quality assurance. They need to qualify and select power devices. For producing high reliable circuit, it may not be enough only to measure typical IV measurement, IV parameters, such as on resistance, threshold voltage. It is recommended to measure other critical parameters, such as very low current leakage and capacitance and gate charge. Especially three-terminal capacitances, CISS, COSS, CRSS, are important to uncover unreliable and faulty devices. Currently, there is no off-the-shelf solution measuring three-terminal capacitances easily and accurately. Measuring three-terminal capacitance accurately is not an easy task because you must design peripheral circuit around DUT for making the AC guarding, DC blocking, and AC blocking. In this case, if you want to measure CGD or CRSS, you need to have an AC guard and AC blocking between drain and source and gate to eliminate these CDS and the CGS. Furthermore, you need to change the cable to measure CISS, COSS, CRSS, respectively. We developed new fixtures. The test fixture of B5006A has a built-in switch and the AC blocking and the DC blocking. You therefore can measure capacitances without changing cable connection. This can significantly reduce the time for evaluating capacitance characteristics. Another request from incoming institution and quality assurance is they want to qualify huge amount of power devices by taking many kinds of parameters at various test conditions. In addition, the test equipment should be easy to use and no complex and cumbersome operation necessary. There is no conventional test equipment to measure IV capacitance and gate charge at a wide range of temperature conditions easily and automatically. Newly developed software of B1506A called Easy Test Navigator help or navigate users for easy and automatic measurement for power device. When you want to measure IV detail, you just press this icon or this key. And also, there are other test areas for their capacitance, gate charge, power loss, and thermal monitor and control. When you want to measure series of power device parameter or characteristics, like a device data sheet, we have data sheet characterization icon here. So you press this icon, then you move to datasheet format page shown here. What you need to do is to choose test items you want to measure and set their test condition. Then you execute this measurement. And you can measure current and voltage and capacitance without changing cable connection at all. When you have already restored these predefined conditions, what you have to do is just loading it and executing. Besides easy to test and automation, you would be impressed by test speed of this solution. This is thanks to the high test speed of B1506A itself and optimum synchronization with temperature control equipment. This is the summary of features of B1506A. For device users, B1506A has all functions of curve tracer for IV curve and LCR meter for simple capacitance measurement and gate charge measurement functions in dynamic testers. Besides these, B1506A has these features. It is easy to use and free automated test at wide range of IV range from 1500 amps to 3K volt, and you can control the temperature from -50 to 250 degrees C. You can measure capacitance up to 3K volt as an internal bias, and you can make the measurement of gate charge and gate resistance, which needs the power loss evaluation. So, lastly, this is Agilent Power Device Analyzer product lineup. We have a B1505A, mainly for power device makers. And we have a B1506A for power device users. With B1506A, we introduced one more product, B1507A, Power Device Capacitance Analyzer. This is specialized for capacitance measurement. It can measure all capacitances and gate resistance and simple current voltage measurement like breakdown voltage and leakage current. This product can help users who are using curve tracer and start measuring capacitances. So this is end of my presentation. Thank you very much for hearing.